All right, folks, how you doing? This is Brian, American Hobo. So I'm just kicking back. I ate pretty good today. I ate really good today, actually. So my calories and protein levels are up where they need to be. I didn't get enough protein today. I'm glad I did. And I'm good, man. I needed that. I didn't eat really good yesterday at all. I did. I just ate, and I didn't hardly eat anything at breakfast. Just some bread and butter and bullshit oatmeal. I'm drinking some. I just brewed some coffee with one of these little pods. You know, it's some pretty good coffee too, and I just boiled the crap out of it. It's a pretty good strong cup. Anyway, so I got to get some more green tea. I'll get that next week when money gets on my car. But anyway, I wanted to explain a few things to you. You know, if you're homeless and you're either hitchhiking, bussing, place to place, or you're like going a nearby town, you know, or kind of doing like I'm doing. I'm just going town by town by town, the next town up, town by town by town. And I've been, last night I stayed in a town that was like 800 people. I mean, you get them little teeny towns like that, you know, I didn't get a hold of any church people. I mean, there was like 4 churches there, none of them answered the phone. Sometimes you're going to run into that. That's why I'm glad that I have some hustles that I have. And I think I mentioned to you in one of my videos, walking back from the Dollar General today with that food, went by that guy, commented on that guy's hat, and I went by that, whatever that was, I forgot what it was, Ben Franklin's or something like that, some little gift store. Anyway, it's not important. But I don't, a lot of things anymore I don't even really pay attention to. It's so mundane. If it ain't dealing with my situation and awareness of what's going on around me, I can give a shit about some cafe across the store unless it really catches my eye or I researched it out. Anyway, so I wanted to say, I mentioned some things in there about, you know, different types of hustles, different levels of hustles. You know, and you know, you viewers here, these people that are viewing these videos, you're kind of wondering, well, you know, why don't you have a lot of money? Why don't you go out and hustle some cash, get a bus ticket, pay for these motel rooms and stuff like that? Well, easier said than done. I'd like to see you do what I'm doing. Anybody out there think that they can do better than me? Go ahead and try it. You wouldn't make it, I guarantee you. You wouldn't come the way I did. I've been in a motel every night, okay? Does that make me special or better? No. But what I wanted to explain to you is that, you know, there was a time here years ago, and let me explain, you know, passive and aggressive hustling, okay? You know, if you're down in the city and you're like trying to really panhandle and stuff like that, you put yourself in certain situations where your danger zone goes up, your level of danger increases, okay? I don't like to put myself in levels like that. Let me explain a couple of hustles you can do. Okay, one, any town you go to, if you go to a local bar, a little redneck bar, okay, if you go in there and you look like Larry the Cable Guy, look like a worker, a local, and you go in there and you got enough to get a beer or a pitcher of beer. A pitcher of beer, you can sit down in a corner of the bar there on the very end of the bar, and you can watch people. You know, sit down where you can kind of view the whole bar. And what you do, man, is you get a pitcher. Usually they're between $5 and $8. You get enough for like 4 or 5 beers, man. You can just sit down and drink it slow. Don't be chugging it down. And if you're not a local and people ain't seen you around, 9 times out of 10, and this is a proven statistical fact, if you've ever been a bartender and you know anything about bars, people go in there to drink, let off steam, socialize, they're bored, they're depressed, they seek out companionship, they seek out to socialize with other human beings. I know that's a twisted way to do it. Wouldn't you want to go to church or go to some kind of AA meeting or you know, something, a support group, you know, where you can be around some wholesome people that are mentally stable? Well, you know, a lot of people don't have time for that. Some of them places cost, some of them places are really rude. You got to be in with Flynn, with the local crowd to get into these little social groups. But, so a lot of people go that, you can go down to Billy Bob's, get a picture, talk it up with a girl or a guy, just, hey, how you doing, you know, whatever. So what I do is, this is a hustle, okay? So the hustle is, this is part 1, passive and aggressive hustling, okay? So if you don't want to stand out in the street corner with a frickin' sign that says God bless, anything will help, please help, I'm hungry, whatever. If you don't want to go that route, okay, and we'll get into that a little later. But if you don't want to go that route, okay, here's a good route. And you could take this to on a passive level, and it all depends, or to a more aggressive level where you're more sociable and you're really pressing to get some cash from people. Okay, that's what I mean. Just kind of aggressive car salesman. You're out there, not getting off subject, but an aggressive car salesman that comes up to you. As soon as you pull up to the dealership, they're out there, they're on you, and they're blasting you with everything. Oh, we got this and that, and they're overwhelming you with a bunch of sales shit instead of saying, hey, come on in, let's sit down and talk, relax. Area, a skilled technician salesman that'll sell a freaking car a day out of there. Or you got these guys that don't sell one car in 3 months and they fire them because they're not worth a shit. Okay, back to the bar scene. All right. You go down, you sit down in a bar, get a pitcher beer. You just don't bug people. You just sit down drinking. Maybe the bartender's, how's your beer? You need? I'm fine. You know, smile, real laid back. You're cool. All right. So people start seeing that. You know, you might have a couple Joe Blows. They come in there cashing their check. A lot of them people got several hundred. They come in there to drink, get fucked up, and they like to be decent to people too. Okay. So you sit down, you chill, and people will start like. A lot of times I've sat down and there's an old guy next to me and shit. He's got like, he put 100 down. He bought a pitcher of beer and a mixed grain. And he's got change like $89, you know, fucking in change sitting there. And he's going to drink off that. You know, and I get to kicking it with him. He asks me where I'm from. I just be honest, man. I say, hey, look, you know, I'm at this motel up here. I spent my last $50, man, on this dive-ass motel. I'm staying there. I'm actually thumbing it. You know, I got a bunch of gear. I'm heading up to wherever I'm going. You can tell them anything. I'm heading north, south, east, or west. I'm heading back to my brother or a friend. I got several hundred miles to go. You can tailor it however you want to do it. Just make it sound legit, like you're not bullshitting somebody. You can tell them whatever you want, or he or she. I've had people, they drink that pitcher beer and they get a little buzz on it, and they say, well, I got to get going. But here, man, here's $20 for your journey, or here's $50 for your journey. Here's the drawback, and I've sat in the bar, and the dude just gave it to me, and I'm sitting there, he got it $20, and I'll say, yeah, I'll take another pitcher, so I'll take, he actually bought the pitcher. He said, here, I'm going to buy him another pitcher, man. That's cool. So she didn't know that he gave me a 20. I'm just sitting there with a 20. Next person sits up pretty soon. People are just, I've been in there like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. People are getting fucked up. They've belted down 6, 8, 10 mixed drinks, whatever, okay? Now, if you can discipline yourself, and there's not too many men or women that can, even if you're a together, mentally strong individual. You get to drinking a few beers, you're drinking a pitcher, it feels good, even if you're drinking them slow. They start hitting you. You've got 5 or 6 in you. Maybe one of them bought you a shot. You drank the shot down, fuck it. You know, you ain't going to turn, just kind of roll with the flow, you know, when you're in a bar, man. You roll with the flow. That's how you stay out of bullshit. You don't voice your opinion. Just yap, hi, you know, whatever. Just roll with the drunk flow, and you're cool. I sat in there, and shit, I had some lady, I talked to her. She started crying while she was talking to me because she broke up with this guy and blah, blah, blah. And you can run into some different situations. You can get in fights. You know, I've had people come up, how you doing, buddy? Don't I know? And just grab me, dude, just drunk as fuck. And you got to kind of roll with them. Oh, how you doing? I don't even know this fucker. Normally I'd say, get your hand off me and bitch slap him or whatever. But I don't. I just like, wow, okay. And sit there, and, oh, yeah, here, get this guy a shot of whiskey, blah, 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 you know. And I'd usually say, man, if you can get me a pitcher, I'd rather have that pitcher for $1.50 more. And I'd sit there, and I've drank 2 pitchers. I'm working on a third one. That's like a 12-pack, man, 15 beers. I'm getting a fucking buzz on. And it's like 4 hours I've been in this bar. I come in there about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 8, and then the bar is really starting to light up. It starts lighting up in some of these redneck towns about 9, and they'll stay till 1 o'clock. And I forget, just the place will pack in, man. 50 people. Blasting, people are putting money in the jukebox, and you know, you can take it to a whole bunch of levels on that. I mean, I can go in there and put some really cool ass songs, you know, Toby Keith, some really good country, and people say, you played that, here's 10. Anyway, to make a long story short, playing that game there, it's really dangerous because you never know what's going to happen in a bar. Is it a good hustle? Hell yeah. I did it for months on end. But I'll tell you what, I was kind of a beer drunk for a while, and I was hungover. Every couple of days I was getting drunk and I was fucking hungover. I mean, I come out one night, I was so fucked up. I had to help this guy. This guy fell down and I literally cut himself up. He bruised his, I held him up, and bartenders were really nice and helpful. Oh, thanks for helping and everything. But this one guy come out and got smart with me, man, and he really wanted to start some shit. And he really wanted to like come at me, and I just kind of like left, man. I went in, used the restroom. So I'm gonna use the restroom. Fuck this shit. And I ended up going out the other door, and I fucking took off. And I went back to my motel room. But I had about a good $80 on me. So that is a good hustle working in bars. And that's called aggressive. That's getting into the social scene, drinking for free. You bought the first pitcher, you don't drink shit the rest of the night. You're in there and people are flipping you frickin' money. You just give them a little half-ass story. But you always want to make sure you do it when they're sober. They've only had a few in them. Because when people get a few in them, they're cool. They're very benevolent. But after that, they get fucking drunk and they don't know shit. And their feelings, their empathy disintegrates. And they start looking at you as like, you're bothering them. Okay, so that's one level. Another level, back several years ago, I had hitchhiked back from the East Coast. And I hitchhiked back from Portland, Maine through Boston, bam, hit back to Detroit, Michigan, going up into northern Michigan. Well, anyway, I come through, I was actually in Albany, New York, which is a really rough-ass town. If you don't know your shit around there, you can get killed, mugged, robbed, fucked up quickly, okay? Unless you know the lingo. And I knew the lingo. I had been schooled on don't go in certain neighborhoods. If you're on the bus station, just hang at the bus station, wait for the bus or the city bus, and then get as far out of town as the bus will take you to the county line or whatever, man. And if you got 30 for a taxi, get in it and take it 15, 18, 20 miles away to the city limits and get the fuck on. Walk the rest of the way, you're out of the city limits, and you got shit to worry about. But what I did is I hung around the bus station. I seen these business people, man, and I was dressed decent. I said, man, I would just literally go up to people flat out, man, there ain't no trying to big. I said, look, I caught this dude. I said, hey, man, sir, how you doing? Can I talk to you for a minute? Hey, my name's Brian. Hey, man, I'm not trying to bug you, man. I'm in a hell of a situation. I'm not panhandling. I'm just, man, I need about 25 more bucks to get this bus ticket, man, so I can get the hell out of here, man. It was a little more than I thought it was. Dude flipped the 50 on me. Fuck it. And dude had money. He's a businessman. Here, just take this 50. You're good. I'm like, wow. Okay. It's a lot of energy. You got to know your shit. You got to be just like, boom. You are out to get cash. You're dealing with people. You're talking to people right away. Whop, boom. And you got to look genuine. You got to put on that facade right now and be legit and say, hey, whatever. Okay. Does it work? Yeah, 90% of the time, and it depends on you, man. It depends how you talk, how people perceive you, how you look at people. Hey, man, hey, how you doing? I'm Brian. You got a minute I can talk to you? Hey, whatever, blah, blah, blah. If you're really a salesman, it's very easy. But is it a lot of mental energy? Yes. Okay. Now I'm getting up to some stuff. All right, so you can take it to these levels in certain areas, and then certain areas you can't, okay? In little small towns and a little small downtown area, you could probably do it once at another side of town at a bar. I've went into bars, man, literally. Said, hey, I'm traveling, man, talk to the bartender, man, and I just can't, look, man, I'll sweep your floors, whatever. I'm just trying to get $20. I don't want any alcohol, man. I'm just, can I get a glass of water? I'm trying to get hitchhiking out of town, can you help me out with something? I'll take out some garbage, whatever. I've had a couple 20s mashed on me. No shit, just in one bar. Now, I ain't going back in that bar because I just told them I'm not drinking, so you don't want to do that. And there's other people in a bar that had heard or seen that you talked to him and he gave you the cash and and I even made the statement, man, some nice people and thank you folks, so I left. I went the other side of the town. I didn't stop for a fucking beer. I didn't stop anything. I went back to my motel room with $40. Okay, you hit a lick like that, cool, man. If you can do that once a day or once every other day, shit, that pays for your food for the week. Whatever, okay? Well, look at it like that. But you do it in certain places, people will say something. They'll call the frickin' cops. They'll call the local fucking cops, man. They would literally do that. Okay. So you really got to be careful if you do any of that. And that's why I kind of, if I don't have to, fine. I let people come to me. I've sat at some casinos, little truck stops. They got like 10 keno machines, a little casino part of it. Little room, and you're sitting there, and I got like $5, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm not even playing it. I'm just waiting for somebody to come in. I'm acting like I'm playing, but somebody comes in, sits next to me. I shoot the shit with them a little bit. They might have won something, and I just start talking to them, and you give them like, hey, I'm just traveling, man. I've only had a couple bucks. I'm trying to, get some money for food. I had a motherfucker mash $40 on me, $50. Here you go, dude. Try that. Hope you win. I'm serious, man, for real. Then turn around, went to the cashier, said, hey, can I get like, 50 ones? It's a truck stop. They'll give you the ones or like, $5 bills. And I just go back to that machine, hit a lick for like 150, whatever, on these keno machines. And I'm good for a couple, whatever. I've just hustled my ass off. I know how to do it. It's like, whatever situation I'm in, whatever the time is, the area I'm in, whatever, I'll do it. I just do it when I got to do it. If I don't have to do it, fuck it, I don't do it, because I don't want people calling on me. I don't want other people seeing me hustle, because then they can say something while that dude over there is hustling people. Then you get the law involved. Then they'll kind of come. They're going to do a check on you. And if you do it, and I'm an ex-convict, but if you get a check, then they're going to know you're an ex-convict. Whatever the case may be, they're going to scrutinize you. And if they want to be real dicks, they can say, well, hey, you don't need to be in here. You're hustling people. Then you're out in the fucking cold. Okay? Especially if that's your hangout for the night, a truck stop. So if you're in a truck stop, man, you ain't got to ask people for shit, man. Just talk to them, explain your situation, sit back, shut the fuck up, man. If they offer you a cup of coffee, drink it. If you can get a shower coupon, hang out in the shower for an hour, couple hours, shit. Some places you can go into these TSA truck stops, America, Flying J. If it's later in the evening, you can go in there and just talk to the clerk and say, look, man, I'm gonna, I got a shower, I'm gonna be in here just relaxing, man, stretching, take a couple different hot showers for an hour or so, man. So it'll be occupied. That's gonna be occupied, man. You can go in there for like 3 hours, man. Say it's like midnight. Put your alarm on your motherfucking thing. If you got like a little pillow like I do in a sleeping bag, they're clean, dude. You can lay on the fucking floor. They're disinfected, everything, man. They got towels. You can lay the towels out. Set your alarm for a power nap. Sit on a crash for 2 frickin' hours, dude. Beep, beep, beep. Get up, take your hot shower, come back out, sit in the truck stop. You got a 2-hour nap. You're not fucking tired. You can see what's happening, intermingle with some truck drivers, socialize with them, shoot the shit, whatever you got to do. If you're cool, I've had gals hit up on me at the truck stop, flip me a 20, give me free food, give me 10, 20. I've had truckers give me 20, especially if there's a bar there, so you can go have a beer, sit back, have free drinks. Man, I sat there all night, got drunk, took a shower, slept, ate, took another shower, left for 30, 40, just got, when it was daytime, got out an on-ramp, boom, got a ride from somebody. You don't have to ask people. You just got to know how to hustle, make people feel comfortable, and make them want to help you. Hey, I'm traveling, man, down on my luck, trying to do the best I can, be humorous, so people like you. They're like, man, I'm going to give this dude 30, 40, $50, even 100. I mean, so there's different levels. The reason why I haven't been really pushing that, because I just been concentrating on if this weather has been really fucked up. Okay, I'm going to keep this to 20 minutes to stop it, start another one, look at my storage. Okay, this is like part 1, passive and aggressive hustling. So I just want to let you know that's some ways you can do it. You can put stuff in like working for people, like, hey, I'll clean if it's summertime, man, I just clean windows. I don't ask nobody for shit. I just go hustle, clean windows for businesses. I'm doing really good, and I pay my way. But if you want to start saving, whatever you make, save half of it, hustle, whatever, or save 75%. Go to people, hey, I only got so much for a room, $25. Can you help me out? I just need a room. They'll pay the other half, especially if it's $45, $50. You can really hustle if you know how to do it. I just know how to do it. I've been all over town, cities, big, small, you name it, churches, you name it, I did it. Okay, I've been there on the street, people I don't know, in buses, traveling, people, anything. You just got to know how to talk to people. It's all salesmanship and how you talk to people. They don't perceive you as a threat. They feel comfortable talking to you. They like you. They take an interest in you. Then people will help you. Okay? Is that understood? So, people watching this, there you go. I'll get to part 2 of this. Have a good one. This is Brian.